April's the month of big boy games. Some of the most anticipated mobile games of the year are about to hit the scene, and some already out to keep you busy till rapture. With that being said, here's our top 25 of April's most wanted to play on Android and iOS this week. First of all, if you couldn't have hands on the game itself so far, Game of Thrones Kingsroad just went through another beta, and it's really Game of Thrones meets mobile RPG. I mean, it may have started as a mobile project, but even the PC version's offering more than I expected. I say give it a shot if you're a Game of Thrones fan. It's got a solid graphic, a lot of cutscenes, cinematic, an interesting story, and a decent combat, and loads of exploration. If you are wondering still, this game isn't PvP, it is co-op, and personally I think the biggest strength of the game comes from it being an open world, and that you won't really need to know about the series' original story to figure it out. With that being said, this was a long time coming, but it's almost here. Prince of Persia Lost Crown is finally coming to mobile on April 14, and it's shaping up to be a game changer for action platformers. We have actually mentioned that Lost Crown will definitely make its way to mobile. It sounded BS then, but it's now dropping with an even try before you buy model, so you can test it before fully committing. Sure, it's a 2.5 platforming, which might seem a little too old school some, but it's a perfect fit for mobile players. It mixes parkour style platforming with hack and slash action, adding combos and time manipulation powers, and then it makes for some seriously satisfying combat.
Position, transparency, or even straight up changing the input method. We added subtle visual feedback to make it more comfortable for platforming phases and exploration, such as a visual cue on Sargon to indicate his direction, and button feedback upon pressing.
Now, with that being said, a space for the Unbound just dropped today, and it might just be an absolute must-play for fans of emotional and story adventures. In fact, after getting a perfect score across PC and consoles, this game's now finally on iOS, hopefully coming to Android soon too, because even thinking about it being an iOS exclusive is by itself torture, and most importantly, it's free. This game is a 90s style out-of-date gem. You step into the shoes of high school sweethearts with the world slowly heading towards a supernatural apocalypse. Yeah, ain't that a unique blend? Anyway, this is a 2.5 GB game, it's free offline and on Apple Store right now.
Each with a chance to apply 2 turns of anti-heal. Skill 2, pass.
This has been in the works for quite a while, but it's finally, almost here. Ethereal Restart is up for pre-registrations on Android and iOS now, and trust me, it's got some serious potential. It's bringing the heat with its cyber fantasy world where you're a hyperlinker, basically a tech-boosted soldier ready to wreak chaos in a digital city where rogue AIs and rival factions clash everywhere. The combat is of course turn-based, so every move is a power play. You're going to be juggling your squad, using strategies to crush foes in both PvP and PvE, plus AI companions called shells will back you up, adding layers of strategy. If you're into puzzles and need a new challenge, Timeline is out now on early access on Google Play, and it's bringing some seriously mind-bending gameplay. You play as a young girl and her cat, navigating a creepy, abandoned facility while dodging evil robots. You've got time-rewarding powers that will let you try different paths and solve puzzles, perfect for those what-if moments. On top of that, it's got a quirky indie vibe, but it's a tense ride. Storytelling and puzzle solving, Timeline might be just what you need. Step Safari is the physics-based walking sim you never knew you needed. Basically, one wrong move and splash, you're fish food. The goal in this game is to make it up the river, balancing on rocks, lily pads, and whatever nature throws your way. Lots of challenge here, lots of wild animal to deal with, tricky terrain, and a high score to flicks on your friends. The tap and hold controls of the game do keep it pretty simple, but it's also brutal. Add in some gorgeous lighting, endless replayability, and a collection of quirky birds here, and you've got an adventure that's equal parts chill and chaotic. It's a free game with enough purchases only. Moving on to number 7, we've got Puzzle Lele Sim. Basically, it's peak food stall chaos, and it's your job to run the best joint in town. You cook up catfish, play it like a pro and deal with the real struggles, like rats stealing your ingredients, street performance that scare off your customers, and a restaurant that needs some serious glow up. It's a sim game, so you'll need to manage your setup, upgrade the kitchen, hire staff to keep things running smooth. Every customer's got their own quirks too, and you gotta hustle, adapt, and serve up greatness. This is more than just a restaurant sim, it's a pretty big old vibe. With that being said, even though we mentioned this one specifically before, the lowdown on multiplayer repo horror game here is you and your squad are basically ghostbusters with a repo job, seeking through ruins, haunted places, reclaiming loot, and dodging the enemies. It's a co-op horror game where every move matters because the physics system means every item reacts realistically, and if you knock something over on the ground, you've just made noise and everybody's coming for you. You can use proximity voice chat to strategize in the game to keep it low-key because the monsters can hear you too. It's basically all about teamwork, survival, and staying cool under pressure. If we'd really had to sugarcoat it again, we will, but this one's a winner, and it definitely needs the mention, because RCS or Real Combat Sim here comes with the intensity of a modern aerial combat in an offline package. It's a flight war sim, not just about flying, it's about mastering real piloting, handling dogfights, and getting deep into battle. Add to that, it's got ultra detailed cockpits, real weather conditions, autopilot functions, and it feels like a true next-gen experience. HD airports, real-time traffic. Basically, if you're looking for a brand new and advanced mobile flight sim, this one's got the edge. Moving on to number 10, we've got Slime 3K, pure chaos in the best way. You're this derpy little slime blob with a goofy smile, wrecking everything in your path after some AI science experiments way off the rails. It does really give Vampire Survivors vibes as well, with cards, jokes, and a whole lot of unhinged energy. Like one run you're launching watermelons, the next one you're summoning zombies, whatever to get the job done. The vibes are pretty unserious, the gameplay slaps, and for $3, it's kind of a steal. Total must play if you like weird fun. Valley of the Architects just dropped on iOS, and it's got us thinking in ways we didn't really expect before. I don't know. You see, you play as a writer in this game on a mission to uncover the secrets of a lost architect plan across Africa. But this isn't your typical adventure. You see, the puzzles are all about manipulating these elevators to move through ruins. You gotta solve the challenges and hopefully unravel the story too. For $4, you're not just solving puzzles here, you're exploring, uncovering, getting lost in this fully voiced narrative with a pretty good soundtrack. Hopefully it's coming to Android sometime soon. This game also needs a little bit of polishing. Up next at number 12, we've got Hidden Memories, and it's Dark Dome's latest escape room puzzler, which is now up for pre-registration on Android, and it's got that perfect mix of mystery and amnesia. Why? Well, you play as a guy who wakes up in a strange town with no memory of how he got there. With the help of a girl who might have her own agenda, you gotta have to piece together the events of the previous night and hopefully make this whole thing make sense. It's got the classic escape room vibe. You're familiar with this whole genre, but it's got some extra intensity. If you are into story-driven puzzles, this one might just scratch that itch. Plus, the premium version unlocks more content and unlimited hints.
Enigmatic object. His life will be dedicated to this long struggle.
Now, with that being said, Saga Frontier 2 Remastered just landed on mobile, and if you're into classic JRPGs, this one hits hard. So for those of you who are keen to the thing, this time around, the watercolor style of the game, the visuals itself still look really good, and it lets you experience the story from different angles. If you're new here, the old turn-based system combat here brings that glimmer system where you can unlock new moves mid-fight, plus there's a combo chaining if you're into strategy. Add in faster gameplay, a new game plus, and a clean UI for phones, this remaster is a real deal for retro RPG fans. There is, though, one big problem here. If you don't mind, this is a $30 game in price. Number 14, we've got over here Anchor Panic Recode. It's an anime card RPG, technically a semi-real-time card RPG where strategy and timing are basically your only friends. It's the usual turn-based stuff with a little bit more chew. It's also set in a rebuilt world after this brutal alien war, and you're there to lead a squad of these warriors. There's a deep story here with high-tech sci-fi mystery, and outside of combat, you can build and decorate your house and your dorm, basically. If you're into card battles with cinematic flair and some serious anime energy, it's definitely worth checking out. At number 15, we've got Bang Bang Legion. One of those games that recently feels like Clash Royale, like a pixel art glow up and went through full chaos mode, even though we've had games like this before. However, Bang Bang Legion is about these quick one-on-one battles under 3 minutes, so every second matters. You've got over 50 cards to mix and match, and actually no annoying dupes when you unlock new ones. Every summon's actually useful. When you're not smacking people around in PvP, you can chill and build your own little village for fun. Fishing, cooking, crafting, it's actually all there. This game drops fully on April 11, and it's also free to play. Metal Valley gets you into a massive RPG world where mechs aren't just machines, they're living, breathing, sort of companions. I mean, this game here is an MMO NFT based RPG. It's a little bit of Monster Hunter, a little usual mobile grind, and it's got the usual hunt, capture, and fuse mechanics, although you can get all these little robots and turn them into hybrids. It's worth a mention that the NFT side of the game is completely optional. You can enjoy the game's crafting and resource gathering and combat. There's a lot and you can do all that without worrying about the NFT. Metal Valley basically blends strategy, action, and open world game stuff in a way that actually hits home. Number 17, we've got Jungo Jam, which is your one-stop vibe check for living the digital dream. Want to be a doctor by day, ghost by night, and run a pet shop in between? You can do that. It's an online RP sim, and it's packed with jobs, outfits, pits, farming, fishing, and full-on party energy. You can build your dream house here, hang a cafe, or just ghost hunt with this squad. The game's avatar customization's pretty good, and the AI-powered builder here lets you design your own world however you like. Basically, it's The Sims meets Roblox, but glowed up. Number 18, we've got Ducks Battle Royale Chaos with Feathers. It's a pretty fast online and hero-based battle royale game where you dive into these wild brawls with players across the globe. Anywhere you pick a duck, one with its own special ability, of course, there's a lot of them, flex your style with custom skins and gear up with weapons to match your vibe. The maps are pretty dynamic, the matches could get intense, and there's always some new twists, whether it's squad mode, limited events, or solo mayhem. It's easy to get into, hard to put down, and yeah, it's ducks with guns. Enough said. If you've been lucky enough to not have seen this game before, well, Evoland 2 isn't just an RPG here. It's a full-on trip through gaming history. Like, it isn't just one game, it's like a whole history lesson in gaming, but way more fun. You start in pixelated 2D here, then it flips into 3D, then into a fighter, a card game, and even a shooter at some point. It's pretty chaotic in the best way. The story ties it all together with some time travel, different art styles, and lots of cheeky game references. And the best part is that it's got no ads, no extra payment. It's just pure throwback adventure for hours. Definitely a must play. Beacon Light Bay, on the other hand, is a super chill puzzle game where you flip tiles to connect paths and light up islands. And as you can see, each season of the game brings a new look. There are lighthouses, windmills, even magical totems to power up, you see. The low poly visuals are a whole vibe, and while it looks pretty cozy, the puzzles do sneak up on you with legitimate challenge. And there are also orcas here. They're cute. I don't know why. It's a free game, it's available on iOS, ad supported, and perfect if you're into relaxing games that still do make you think. At number 21, Follow the Meaning is basically a trippy point-and-click fever dream where you as a detective get dropped into an island town ruled by this creepy hospital. People who check in lose their memories and they come out the other way around acting all sus. And the only thing standing between you and the truth in the game is a bunch of weird locals and these pretty cryptic puzzles. It's straight up vibes from Samurus and Rusty Lake. The whole thing's got that sinister undertone and trust. You're gonna be second guessing every move. The puzzles are solid, smart, lateral thinking that gets your brain buzzing. It's like a 1.5 hours of chaos, and for $3, it's a good game if you're down for something that messes with your head. Number 22. Mini Motorways just rolled out of its Spires and Tires update, and this time it's heading to Copenhagen. It's the city's famous skylines, canals, and sustainable vibes that set the stage for a brand new map complete with the return of the train lines to mix up the traffic strategies. In fact, this time it's not about roads anymore. Balancing public transit is now the key. Cinematic mode also got a pretty major upgrade, letting you capture these shots and even follow individual cars. And if you are into some deep challenge, new city goals and achievements are waiting. There's a lot more. Yeah, number 23, we've got something here called Alcyon, the last city, which kinda hits different if you're into games where your choices actually matter. See, you're stuck in Earth's last city. Try not to mess everything up while building your own character with RPG stats and chasing one of 5 romance paths. Yeah, there's drama here in the game. In fact, what you see here has got 7 endings, thousands of choices, and a pretty wild 250,000 word script. So yeah, everyone feels totally different. That's what it says, only tried it the first time. If you're into heavy story vibes, moral chaos, and visual novels that don't play around, this one's kind of fire. Definitely not your average mobile game though. Number 24, we've got Varange Don't Touch Berries. It's a pretty cozy trip into this tiny, trippy world where eating the wrong berry shrinks you down to a bug size. Yeah, now you're vibing with the worms, beetles, and bugs societies while solving puzzles and hunting for raspberries to make this grandma's magical jam that will, eventually make you big. It's a pretty funny, fun puzzle hidden object game. It's got hand-drawn visuals, pretty chill vibes, and some pretty serious childhood nostalgia energy here. Think hidden object, lots of quirky characters, and just the right amount of weird. It's offline, pretty charming, and full of tiny surprises. This one's a little sweet, a little strange, and kind of worth it.
敵に遭遇するとターン制のカードバトルが始まる。様々な能力を持つカード。
And last but not least, of course, we've got this thing called Tsukuyomi, the Divine Hunter. Pretty wild one. It's a roguelike deck builder cooked up by the legend behind Shin Megami Tensei and Persona. So yeah, you can expect eerie vibes, mythological weirdness, and deep strategy stuff. In fact, you're diving into this cursed skyscraper packed with gods and demons, making split-second choices and crafting decks on the fly, and only one move per turn, so every decision really matters here. Like, you see, one run could have you on the top of the world, the next one you're wiped out in a flash. Pretty dark, pretty stylish, and brutal. This one's definitely not playing around. 人魔を操り鋼鉄の塔を